on the chat with the red scarf on, going around singing we are York, we're City, play pretty, that is our style of football. How charming, just like the Minster, a pint of bitter and a slice from Ginster, walking the walk, talking the talk, and singing we are York, climbing up the old Division 4. If you score some...
Right boys, here we are, welcome back to the channel, new season number 7, League One. Here we go. I was expecting a really difficult season. It is a big jump in terms of budgets and standard quality of players, but I think we've done a really good transfer window. So that's what we're going to look at today, the ins and the outs. We've already played one game that you can see on camera, and today we've got Hull City, Yorkshire Derby, big club, and a Charlton away. So 2 ex-Premier League teams with probably miles bigger budgets than us. I haven't actually had a look at the league budgets yet, so we'll have a little look at that. But let's dive in to the transfers first and make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new. And let's take a look at those transfers. So, outs. Only one noticeable out, as in money gone, which is Mampala. Manas Mampala. He's finally gone. 200 grand. He had 2 years left on his deal. His contract, because of the promotion bonus, he went from 4,400 to £6,000. He is not worth £6,000. Now, we are paying some of his wages. We're paying 1,300 a month. But if you consider we were paying 6, so we've managed to shave 4,700 off the budget, and we got 200 grand for him. He was never worth 200 grand. Scunthorpe, I think, are in our league, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on this year. We've recruited better. I think we've recruited better. So he's gone. Mark Fairhurst, Patreon on the channel. Look at that beautiful hair mark. You've gone out on loan just because you were sort of like third / maybe even fourth choice centre midfield. I need to get you in. I think you've got the potential just with those mentals, and hopefully the physicals will come round. I'm hoping just to get you to be a kicker. But you're out on loan at Leamington this year to get some games under your belt. Janos, our Hungarian forward, has gone out on loan. He was the best of our youth development last year, our youth intake. And Jackson Marsden, a half decent youngster, nowhere near the first team, so I've sent him out on loan as well. We have had players go. Matty Blair. So the goal that you saw on Wednesday night was his last appearance. I didn't even realise he was retiring. We did try and get a deal in, but he wanted way too much, and he was adamant he wanted to be head of youth development, and we couldn't offer him that. So unfortunately, he retired, but what a servant to the club. I would have probably kept him for an extra year. Well, I know I would have done if he just wanted to play a role, but we have a really good youth development officer, coach, whatever you want to call it, in Neil Redfern, so I really didn't want to upset him, get rid of him, and get Matty in, who's nowhere near. Noticeable players out. Jason Steele never featured for us, didn't even play. We got him in as a backup at the end of the last season. Sam Habringham, excellent player. Surprised? Well, not surprised because it's Football Manager. Excellent player. Would do a job definitely in a Vanarama National League, I would have thought, for a year. Excellent servant for us. 5 really good seasons there. A good number of assists as well. Excellent servant, but he's just past it. Alex Hunt, decent midfielder. He's going to get a club, which is good. Never really featured for us. We are, and especially this season, we're overrun with central midfielders. No one really else, I don't think. They're all youngsters that didn't make the grade. So, the ins. So the ones that you'll recognise, we'll do the big two. We'll do the big ones that you recognise. Herve Malib is in. So the 200 grand that we got for Mampala, we outshelled it straight away in Herve Malib. I think that's better. Look at him. 4 grand, so cheaper than Mampala as well. 4-star current, 4-star potential. That might even go up to 5. He's only 23 still. I think we might be able to move him on. I think a championship club may come sniffing at some point. He's in. Andre Wisdom, backup. Really good season he had for us last year. 7.04 average rating for a right back is pretty good. 32 years old now. We'll get him in for a year. Looking at potentially sort of like moving him on at the end of, maybe not this season. We'll get maybe a backup year out of him. But an excellent player. Once those physicals start dropping, but still pace 12, stamina 14, strength 13 at the age of 32. He's very, very good. And the other bit of money we spent was Rhys Townsend, the guy that we've had on loan for 2 years. He's had 2 decent seasons. His heading still isn't good, but I thought, I know he can do a job. Excellent physicals. He also covers 3 positions for us, decent enough if needed. So he's an excellent player to have on the bench. We spent a lot of money for him, 135 grand, but we have the money in the bank. And he's still got the potential to move. His current 3, potential 4, and we're in League One, so we've got to start shelling out for players. Right, the most exciting, we've done some really good deals. First one, Lonnie Neal's Svan. Current 3.5 star, potential 5 star. He's starting up front as I think I've got him as a presser or advanced forward or something like that at the moment. 6'2", 19 years old, on loan from Bayern Munich. We are paying, I think we're probably paying all of his wages. Yeah, we're paying all of his wages, which is fine because he's definitely worth it. Excellent mentals, decent physical, 6'2", first touch 17, finishing not great, but he started really, really well. So there's the first loanee in. We've also delved back in Germany for Mikel Maros. Maharos. Do I do it proper Yorkshire and go Majaros? We'll go proper Yorkshire with him. Michael Majaros is in on loan. Slovakian, but he is from Hertha Berlin. Decent season in the second team in Hertha Berlin. We've got him on loan. 6 foot. Awful tackling for, but he can do these 2 roles. I think I've been playing him in these 2 roles because he can do them pretty well. He can also go in there and do the deep line playmaker for me as well. Now, he was doing that until this guy. This guy was transfer listed by Sheffield United, required, and they wanted £7 million for him. No one wanted him, obviously, because he's nowhere near worth £7 million. Yet, I put a cheeky loan bid in, got accepted, and we've managed to snap him up. 21 years old. First touch decent, passing 17, technique, vision, teamwork, all decent, bravery, aggression, decent, very good physical, should I say. Can do pretty much all of it in the middle. I think he's more likely to be the box-to-box more than anything else. He is in, very happy with him. Josh Coburn, just a backup loanee. I wanted to get him on loan last year from Middlesbrough. They said no. He's had a decent pre-season for us. He can do he can do a job for us. Pressing forward, advanced forward, poacher, 6'3", decent finishing, decent heading, work rate and stuff not great, but back up, we don't pay a penny for him. Just one of those deals that's easy to get done because Middlesbrough are still our affiliate. Stuart Warren, left back, physically very good, height 6'1", tackling 12, which is decent. Technical's very, very poor, but he is worth a lot of money. We've got him from Everton. They've just released him. Current ability 2-star. He is a backup for this year. We'll just see how he develops over the course. We have signed him to a long contract, 2-year deal. We'll just see how he gets on over the next 2 years. He may turn out to be amazing. He may not, but for 1.6 grand a week, I think it's a no risk. And that with those physicals, mentals are decent. If we can just improve on a couple of those technicals, we might have a decent player there. Glyn Jennings, backup goalkeeper from Burnley. Only 20 years old. Once again, only 3 potential. Backup. He just had 15 reflexes and brushing out, 14 handling, 14 aerial release. Aerial reach 14. One-on-ones could do with some improving, but for a goalkeeper, backup, as you know, because Matt Theobald will be number 1 choice, he is going to be okay. Once again, look at the price, £170 per week. We've been very, very clever. And the last one, Richard Tate, 2 grand. Or he'll do a job for us. We were struggling at full-back areas. He can do left-back for us, look, no problem. Either footed, can do both sides. Excellent technicals, very good mentals. Physical's not the best, pace 5. We'll see how much he gets done. I haven't noticed it too much in the games that he's played, but very versatile. There wasn't anything amazing. We've still got a beater as well. I don't think a beater's quite up to standard. This guy is, I think, better. And he can do both sides. Once again, a useful squad player to have. And that is it. Now, we've had a pretty decent pre-season. Romping win against Wembley. We had a 2-0 2-2 draw, even though we were 2-0 up. Shit, disappointing we couldn't hang on against Middlesbrough. A really poor performance against Bradford Park Avenue. We went 3-0 down, and we pretty much had our strongest squad out, so that was a worry. Kaiserslautern, we won 5-2. Really impressive performance against them because they're like second tier. So I would class that as a very good win. Bruges 2-0. Very, very poor they were actually. We were very good. And then I wanted to play a league game, and I wanted to do Charlton and Hull as well. So we played the first league game. Now these finished 10th last season. And we had a very comprehensive 2-1 win. We deserved it. It's a while ago since we did it, but I'm pretty sure we were very, very good. Well, we were. 14 chances. Clear cut luck. 3-2. We had plenty of chances. Very, very happy. Now, the squad as a whole is taking shape very nicely. We've got good cover everywhere. The squad is quite big. Players like Mohamed Sesse, Karkins may struggle a little bit more. Gribben, Samper has been injured for most of pre-season, which you kind of expect from him. Adri Ferreira needs to step up. Luke Thomas needs to step up. Another youngster coming through the academy. George Glendon is now finding himself on the bench. We did keep hold of Spencer Tier. He signed a new contract. We got him at $2,500 a week. And I don't think, no clauses. So we can do what we like with him. Everything went quiet. We had no bids for him. Or we did have bids for Theobald in the summer, but they were really, really poor, like 170k. So we turned them down. He's going to be our number one this season. So there we go. Tactic-wise, we've not changed a great deal. We went attacking against Plymouth. I imagine there'll be a couple of games where we need to go to a cautious. But I think for today, we just rock with it a little bit. Wisdom struggling with injury, so we have had Tate playing at right back, but he can do that, no problem. We have got players like Nathan Dyer still at the club. I've just kept him because he's been there from day one, and obviously he's a Molten boy, so I've kept him in. He may play a couple of games for us, maybe in some of the cups. Charlie Creswell, we offered him a new deal just because we had the money to do it. Didn't want to see him go. More cover for us. We've got plenty of cover all over the bench. Look at the bench now. So the youngster Warren. Then we've got players like Charlie Oliver, a very, very good centre-half. Galbraith, the centre midfielder. George Glendon, the club captain. Our talisman over the last few years. Callum Ainley, very good player. He's done very well from us, look. I think I maybe need to look at playing him a little bit more. The good job for him, though, we've got Maros and Samba. Samba's always injured, so we can move Maros over there and Ainley can go in there. It's good to have plenty of options, and we've got that Sesse and Coburn, sort of like backup strikers, and then we've still got Gribben, Ferreira, Luke Thomas, all down there. Max Broughton, I would have tried shifting him on. His contract's out in the summer anyway, so we'll just probably let his run down. Now, disappointingly, I just couldn't bring in an absolute superstar. I'm hoping that him, Svan, and Malib really link up together, and they'll be the force behind our success this season. Right, league-wise, there's the big clubs. So we got Hull, Brentford, Preston, Charlton, Luton, finally going to come up against Dirty Luton. Bolton are still in there, Sunderland, Doncaster, Peterborough, who we pipped as well at the end of the season. Now, I don't know, I haven't even looked at this yet, where we are. So we're down in 14th. You can see us. Look, the lowest is Newport. You can't see that. 1.9. Bolton 1.46. Bristol 2. Rochdale just over 2. Same as Oldham. 2.15. Where are we? 2.58. So we're still off, a way off, which is a bit of a worry because the board want mid-table, and the media have predicted us to be getting in the playoffs. Well, I think it's a little bit too much for us, to be honest. I don't think we're quite good enough. Finances are looking good, but we've had, my God, ups and downs. We've had money come in, money come out. Where was it? So we're expanding the stadium again. Cost us $2 million. We've shelled out £1 million in grant. We got £1 million in grants. I think it cost us 1.1 out of our own money, which meant then we were doing a big Not a big loss, but we were making a loss of about 600,000. Jason McGill, the chairman, then stepped in and popped in the rest of the money to make us break even for the season. And then we ended up getting money in from other things, Football League, gave us solidarity payments and stuff, and we ended up making a massive profit of 1.43. So we didn't need to put it in, because he did put it in. Where would it under? So we got 1.13 million grant for the stadium. That was costing around 2 million. That was it. Sorry, we got 482,000 last season in solidarity payments. Where is it? Investments 2.4. That might be the grants. But he did plough. I can't see it, but he did plough some money in. He ploughed some money in, did Jason, as per usual. And I'm doing my coaching course. Never really thought about it. It came up as an option. I thought, right, I'll take it. Personality, brilliant. Slack. Thanks for that. Not doing so bad for a slack ass, though, am I? Hey? Right, let's get into today's game. Right, here we go. Who are they rocking with? Anyone we kind of think, oh, shit. No one out there that really petrifies me, if I'm going to be honest. It's worth 12.25 million in though. Kyle Lewis Potter. See, he's not even as good as Maliba's in. He's valued at £6 million. Not a chance. Right. I don't want to say I'm confident, because every time I say I'm confident, we're going to probably end up getting hammered. But we shouldn't be outclassed today. It'll be interesting to see how we do on attacking. We may move it, but just because I thought, fuck it, we'll try and keep going in our sort of like philosophy of attacking, regardless of who we play. And we'll just see how we get on first. We did really dominate the game against Plymouth in terms of quality of chances. Right, are they going to get the first highlight of the game? Amos, should I say, Eldet. Oh, blocked and saved. We're all right. We're okay. There's the stadium getting built. Look at the back. We've got TV. Stadium's looking posh. We've got loads. I'll tell you what, the sponsorship deals. I think we've got an extra 160 odd K for the season in sponsorship deals. As Malib is in, I don't think he's going to score from there. And it was kind of a shot, kind of a pass. We could have had someone sniffing at the back post there to tap it in. I've also got Svan on pressing forward. I may change it. Just to advance forward, that he really wants to do. Mikel Majoros has scored. What a goal that is. First of the season. First for the club. Cutting in on the left-hand side. We were just talking about Svan. I might just get him just to get right up here. I don't need to be in here, look. Tell you what, let's do it. Let's do it just for a little bit. We did play with 2 advanced forwards last season. I just went on there because we've moved up the league a little bit. We moved up a league and it's going to be harder. But it would be nice just to have them 2 up there causing havoc. Samba's going to great win from Samba. Here he goes, the big man. He's in. Finish, Samba. He has finished. Get in. 2-0 after 15 minutes. The Yorkshire derby. This has been a long, long time since York City and Hull have met. I'll be probably talking, what we'll be talking, mid-90s maybe? Samba goes through, all the way through. Get in. 2-0. We are top of the league. It's calm. We're top of the league. Calm down. Right, DeVilles. No. We're okay there. Right, Theobald's gone long, straight to Majoris. Has lost out to Elder. Potter. We get a tackling, boys. Oh, we've tried tackling him. Who was that? Abita's tried to tackle, completely missed. Luke Thomas has got Hull back in it. Decent strike, but we should have defended that better. Right, here we go. Corner. Abita. Need to sort our corners out. I don't think I've sorted them out this season. With the players that we'll have. Samba smashes it in for his second of the game. York City's third. We have scored some goals today. 3-1. Do we go uncautious now? Do we look at going uncautious? I think we've got to be a little bit more pragmatic. And, we're 3-1 up. They're going to come out second half. We can soak it up. They're playing with more caution. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do the same. And we're just going to bore it out a little bit. Steer free kick. Hernandez, he's underneath it, and he has volleyed it in. And before half time, we have made it York City 4, Hull City 1. Steer with the delivery. He needs to be our set piece taker, doesn't he? Hernandez, a bit of a Di Canio, Trevor Sinclair volley. Maybe not as nice, but very nice for a centre-half. Passionate. What a first-half performance, boys. 4-1 up, and our 2 centre-forwards haven't had a touch, look. Not had a sniff. Here we go. Tate. McKeown. Steer. Tate. We will look at doing it at subs because we have got a game. I think this is a midweek game. Samba for his hat-trick. So we do need to make sure that we've got a few players rested. Look at the press. Look at the press we've got there. My. They've gone long in the channel. Tate's underneath it. Oh, he's lost out. He's lost out. The veteran. Barron to Thomas. To Fitzwater. Can we defend? We've got a decent, nice little bit of shape. Wonder when they're going to start trying to really push. So they're only their first highlight. They've got over the bar. That's really their first highlight of the game. Sorry, of the second half. Right, pause it. Physically, the 2 centre midfielders. So not look at these 2 here. Galbraith and Glendon. 2 substitutes that are coming on. Fitness-wise for the rest. Samba, yes. Let's get Ainley on. He can go on that left-hand side. Come on, see out this game. We don't want a 4-2. We don't want a dirty 4-2. We don't want to be winning 4-3s and stuff. I do like to... Oh, it was nearly a great save by Mark Theobald. It was nearly a great save. Right, they've got half a sniff. 4-2. We need to wake up because we've done absolutely nothing this second half. Right, Svan free kick. Underneath it, that may be offside. It is. Majoros is not going to get it. Oh, Malib, sorry, he's not going to get it. It was offside. Majoros is now struggling, unfortunately, with injury, but we can't do any subs. Just going to have to see it out. Right, Abita. Malib. Both strikers. Very quiet games for them. It's lost out. Amos. Oh, they've gone over the press. Done nice to get over that press. Glendon's made a fantastic tackle, though. And again, he's made a fantastic tackle. Right, Majoros has clipped one in. Oh, we've missed out. Can we get it down? Get it down. Glendon's there. He's not actually the club captain. I think Abita's actually the club captain. We've picked up the second ball again. A scrappy bit of play, but we're in. Svan's in. Finish, Svan. He's offside. We've had 2 goals disallowed. Good finish. He did look in acres of space, so it was probably a good few yards off. Oh, if it had just passed it that little bit quicker. Never mind. Got another highlight though. Can we make it 5? Ainley. Abita. Townsend. It's clipped one in. Malib's nodded it down to Svan. They've got the break in again. It's a good tackle from who was that? Hernandez, I think. And they're going to pick it up. Lewis Potter. To Evans. Got a little gap. We maybe need to look at bringing in a central midfield of some games as well. We do have that where we bring the centre forward and bring him into the middle of the field. Just give us an extra body in there. But we've done very, very well. 4-2. Passionate. Very pleased against Hull City. One of the favourites for the league. Right, and we'll jump straight in to the Charlton game. We may have to make a couple of changes because this was a midweek game. Looks like Majoros will be missing, but we have got Callum Ainley. And we may look at even going counter, possibly. Right, and we are back. Charlton away, we've gone attack, and unfortunately we knew about Majoros, and then lo and behold, Lewis Samba gets a tight bloody groin, missing the game. So Cameron Harkins, our youngster, who is nowhere near the quality of Samba. Didn't even score for us last year. Well, he scored in the cup, didn't score in the league. He is now playing on the left-hand side. Everyone else is the same. So, oh no, Wisdom's fit enough as well. So we've got him in. Probably our strongest back four that now. Right, let's go. So we're going attacking. I'm not even... Oh, I expect to win. Bloody hell. how have Charlton started? A win and a draw. So we'll see how. I thought, right, we'll risk it today on attacking and then just see how we get on against bigger clubs away from home. If we need to go on cautious, we will do, but we'll sort of like take this one as a little bit of a free hit. We want to keep the good run going. If we're getting absolutely battered first half, we will automatically then put it down onto something like cautious. And I said we have got the ability with the quality we've got in the midfield to start putting in an extra midfielder and taking off a striker. I just don't want to leave Malib up there by himself too much because he ain't got the ability really to hold it up at 5'8". Right, McKeown drives it in. Really good strike from 20 odd yards. Callum Ainley sets him up. 1-0. Mampala has scored for Scunthorpe as well. And just like that, we've taken the lead again. McKeown. Steer. Hernandez. He's clipped one in. Can we get second balls? We are. Steer's underneath it. Harkin's the youngster. He's lost the ball. Are we going to get punished? We should be tight on him there because he's a lone forward. So that's disappointing. Hernandez has missed a tackle. Wisdom's missed a tackle. And that goal could have been easily avoided just by centre-halves doing the job. That's why he's supposed to be a stopper, Hernandez, and he didn't track him in. Didn't follow Andrews, did he? Let him turn. We missed 1 tackle. We missed 2 tackle. And he's fired it in to make it 1-1. Really disappointing. We are going to knock it down to cautious as well, as they are just having much more of the better of the game. We're 2-1 down. Just like that. From 1-0 up to 2-1 down. The dreaded set piece again, but what was that? In the 6-yard box? I've got 3 players stood there and no one attempted to head the bloody ball. Right, we're going to go aggressive. Malib's having an absolute stinker. Harkins is having a stinker. We will look at making a couple of changes. We may even just go 1 up. That's an option. Right, Miller's in down this left-hand side. Garbutt's there. It's 3-1. Let's do some changes now. We have got the other tactic that we used for a fair bit. So Malib can come off. Galbraith can go in there as an advanced playmaker. Let's get Mohamed Sesse, the youngster, on that left-hand side. Oh, that was disappointing. Disappointing. Stay in the game, boys, and then we let a goal in right at the start of the second half. Right, subs are on. Wisdom with the throw. Shocking throw. Highlight over. Right, we go. Wisdom. Ainley. Wisdom. Oh, he's lost out. Silly mistakes. Silly mistakes. And now Nunn's in. Townsend's not come across uncovered. I've got one on stopper who didn't do his job. And then for that one, Rhys Townsend uncovered. He should be coming across there. Right, let's get Josh Coburn on. Bit more of a presence up there. 6'3". But the game is petering out. After that fantastic start, we've got a sniff here. Spencer Steer. Oh, we've got one. Callum Ainley, of all people. 5'8" of him has managed to nod it in. A goal and assist for Callum Ainley. Have we got a grandstand finish? Can we get another chance? Here we go. There's a highlight. There's a highlight. We're going to get the ball down. Here we go. Wisdom. Hernandez. Galbraith. McKeown. Wisdom. Oh, he's lost the ball again. He's had an absolute nightmare, Wisdom. An absolute nightmare. Just when you thought, are we going to get a highlight? Are we going to get an equaliser? Right, they've got themselves a pointless corner, so that probably means that they're going to score a goal from this. We've half-headed clear. They're going to get it back in. Sin, tackle. Oh, we've got a break on. No. Is that going to be a highlight? Is that going to be a highlight? Oh, just for a second there, I thought we were going to break. He's held on to it for 20 seconds. 3-2 defeat. Disappointing. I don't think we were any better playing cautious, to be honest. And also, we're letting in goals. We're shipping goals, which I suppose we're playing quite attacking, so it may happen. But we may just have to have a look. I am playing, obviously, we'll see how the next 6 or 7 games go in between today's episode and then Wednesday's episode to see how we get on. If there's any changes, if we have to go one. I don't really want to go one up because Svan and Halib are going to be our main players this season. We may just look at a couple of other roles in the middle of the park. We may just go, what could we do in there? I suppose that could be on defend. Whole position, that would be good. He can do ball winner as well. Maybe go that. We'll give that a go for maybe a few weeks. Just see if we can just hold them. If them two just sit in there a little bit. Maybe bring them back on wing back support. Maybe. We'll do it now. Wisdom had a stink bomb there, didn't he? Okay, right. Next episode, we'll kick on. Maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. Maybe even look at Sunderland or something like that. That'd be pretty good. We've got Accrington Stanley in the cup next. I am pretty much going to rotate for that and give the boys a break. We are in 6th. We've had a difficult start, even though Plymouth have lost all their games, but a really good win against Hull City, taking 3 points out of Hull and with Charlton away as well, I don't think is too bad. Right, thank you very much for watching. Lots of stuff on the channel. So, I've got my new series, PSG, with the 2006, 2007 database. That is running for just one season. Make sure you check that out. Loads of content tomorrow as well. Man United and Fenerbahce. Busy to get you through the lockdown. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take care. See you later.